What's good, y'all boys? It's Creatine. Today I'm back with another video for y'all. I'm going to be telling y'all a story time about how I had to run for my life on a cruise ship and really almost lost my life. It was a crazy turn of events. Without further ado, let's get into it. So back in about 2016, me and my family, we decide we're going to go on a cruise. I believe it was around Christmas time. So it was around Christmas time. So we were going on a cruise instead of getting Christmas presents. It wasn't my idea. You know, it was my older brother's idea and my mom's. So whatever happens. That was the way it was going to be. So we get on this cruise. It's a 7-day cruise. It's a long cruise. And so I believe right when we got on there, I already noticed there was some kids out there that looked around my age. So whatever, we get on the boat, nothing crazy happens. But a couple days into the trip, I'm down. I'm getting on the elevator, and I'm going down to the mid-level deck to where you can get food. You can go a couple stairs up and play basketball. It wasn't mid, it was near the top-ish level. And you could play basketball, get food, ice cream, drink, whatever. And I'm just going down there to chill. And I see some kids that I had seen on day 1 or 2, and I had said what's up to them, but not much more. And I run into these kids, and they're amped up. They're like, yo, we gotta tell you something funny. I'm like, oh, all right, sure, what's up? They're like, yo, we keep messing with this guy next door. And he was in the cabin next door to them. So they're like, yo, we keep messing with this guy next door. You gotta, it's hilarious. It's the funniest shit ever. You gotta listen to this. So I'm like, shit, all right. So we go to the room, and they're messing with this guy. So we're in one room, and they're banging on the door because it was connecting doors, but we could lock our doors to where if he opened his door, but ours was locked, he couldn't get in. So they're banging on the door, they're yelling at him, calling him soft, just calling him every name in the book. But keep in mind, we can't tell that we don't know what this guy looks like. So eventually we're calling his room. We're just we're messing with this guy for hours. It's been 2 hours. And eventually he comes knocking on our actual cabin door. And he's and we look to the people, and we see that it's a large African man. And he's got buddies too. So we're like, oh shit. So then I start tweaking out. I'm like, oh Jesus, what did I get myself into? So we're all freaking out. We waited out. We wait 30, 40 minutes of them just waiting for us to come out. And we never came out because we knew eventually they would leave. So luckily that was good for us. We knew eventually they would leave. So whatever, we wait another 30 minutes till the coast is clear, and nothing happens the rest of the night. Fast forward to the last night on the boat. We're going into the port. We're waking up and getting off the boat. I'm out, and all the kids were on the top floor by the basketball courts. About 50 kids, and there was some older people too. But around 3 a.m., because it's last night, everyone's saying their goodbyes and just talking. Basically, they're not getting no sleep. It's the last night. You made cool connections. You're out there just chilling. And basically, my brother ends up getting out from the club. He was older at the time. He was around 19, 20. And I was about 14 years old. And my brother gets out the club, and a whole bunch of older people from the club now are coming to the top deck as well to chat with their friends or whatever and say goodbye. And so my brother is talking to this one African-American guy. And keep in mind, I didn't look out the people. The other guys did that I was in the room with. They just told me they were large African-American men. And I was like, okay. So I didn't know exactly what they looked like. So my brother's talking to this guy. I pull up, and this guy starts telling a story. He starts going, yeah, man, there's these kids that keep messing with me in the cabin next door. They've been bothering me the whole trip. It's really been upsetting, and I'm really pissed off about it. Just he was hot about it. And I kind of cracked a smile, and I kind of got up and dipped. And this guy had some crazy social engineering to where he figured out somehow or another just through how I was acting that I was one of them. And I shit you not, this guy gets up and he legit starts chasing me. I'm like, oh no. So I just took off. literally took off, bent a couple corners, dipped downstairs, like just in the middle of nowhere, and just eventually just went back to my room. Luckily, the guy just didn't catch me. So that was basically it. Got off the next day, didn't see the guy, nothing happened. But I mean, I could have lost my life, but I definitely could have got beaten up, and that would have not been fun. Because Brody legit was scary, and he actually chased me and wanted to kill me. Like we didn't take it light on this guy. Like we actually put in like effort into making his experience rough. Because we were kids, bro. We were like 14, so we didn't really. And the two kids I was with, these were two Jewish kids that like wore they were diehard Jews. So like this, like I don't even think they were allowed to play basketball or anything. Like. So this was their entertainment throughout the whole trip, and I ended up getting myself involved in this sticky little situation, and it turned out kind of bad. But all right, guys, that's another story time. Like if you want another story time.